3634 Columbia Parkway, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. It's pretty loud. I'm only a few feet from the road here. We're in like Columbia, Tusculum, and I'm going through the outside MSD clean out, which is just inside the sidewalk in the driveway. This is, I just know that this is going to be a two-way clean out. I'll be able to go out towards the street, which I'll probably do first. Check that, even though the municipality owns that, or at least they service it, so they would, any repairs from there downstream to the main, they would be responsible for. And then I will turn and go upstream back towards the house and look for any structural issues, root intrusion, you know, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. So first step here is I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go downstream first. I do have a standoff on the camera, which is basically just something that kind of holds it up off the bottom of the pipe a little bit. Kind of tries to center it more in there. So here is the house. Here is the access. So first, we're going to go downstream. This is clay pipe. Should be clay pipe, unless it's been replaced. This would have all been originally clay pipe. And then once we get out into the street a few feet, this turns into, this is SDR 35, 6-inch, which is what the municipality would have put in when they replaced it. This all looks really good. It's all looks like it might be dry. It hasn't been used in a while, but looks like we're probably going to drop. You can see on the bottom left-hand corner the degree, the angle that the camera's at. So we're dropping off, and then we're going to flatten back out. And we're dropping again. I assume one of these will probably drop straight into the main. You can see everything going by. That's a pretty large brick sewer. This is probably one of the oldest, some of the oldest in the city here. You can see the brick sewer as it drops in. That is the main. That's just the packing where they put the, where they ran it through. But on the side, it's a pretty big, pretty large sewer there. But everything looked good on the way out. Now we're going to, as I pull back, we're going to turn around, pull out of the clean out, and then I will turn and go upstream, back towards the house. We'll take a look at that. But again, this all looks good. See, I am vertical. There's the clean out. And then we will try to turn here, go back upstream. Okay, here we go. So this is clay also. So there's something in there. Oh. Try to punch through this, it may just make it an issue. There's a large bit of debris here. Can't tell what that is. I'm just trying to, you know, maybe it's soft. Maybe I can push through it. I actually just did. The problem is, I can't see now. We've got all that stuff on the front of the camera. Maybe we'll get lucky here. We'll get lucky and run into some water or something that's been sitting in here. course, I'm up against something hard. I am like 52, 53 feet in, as you can see. Right, a little bit less, yeah. I'm almost 52 feet. I'm up against something. I am going to go locate this spot, and then if I need to, what I'll do is I'll pull back out, clean the camera off, and then see if I can get back through that spot, take a better look at it. Looks like we do have blockage. Either way, it's just whether or not we can take a look at what's behind that blockage and see if it's something that is caused by a structural failure, or if it's just the house looks like it's been sitting empty for quite a while. So again, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to locate the exact spot where this is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so going upstream from this MSD clean out from the curb inside the driveway. This actually goes up and it runs alongside the building, and I'm maybe 6-7 feet from the rear corner, the rear left corner of the house, right next to it, and we are full of junk. There's a downspout back there, and it looks like maybe another access. 2 pieces of clay sticking out of the ground, and it looks like they're both full of junk. The only real option here is to try to get this cleaned. They can try to go upstream. There is access from here. There is a white clean out next to the building, about 7 or 8 feet back from the front left corner of the house. It's sticking up a few feet. That looks like it is completely full of mud. And so I believe I've made it, I know I've made it past where that would come out and tie in if it does. It's just hard to see anything, obviously. We're staring at a pretty blank screen here. And so I'm going to pull back again. And hopefully by doing this, I'll be able to clean the camera off and push back through. I can feel the resistance as I pull back through this, but there's no water in the line to be able to clean the camera head off. So all I can really do at this point is try to pull it back, clean it by hand, and go out. The worrisome part about all this is that this all looks like it's full of mud. I mean, this doesn't look like anything other than mud, which is a pretty good indication that the pipes broke somewhere. Obviously the mud would have to get in from somewhere. To try to have it flushed out, jetted, to try to get all the mud out of the line. Have it re-inspected. But obviously these things point, like this is pretty thick clay, clumpy. I think it could have gotten in through all the blockages, meaning all the other spots where you have openings, or they've added a clean out, or they have, you can see all this. And see, this looks like another pipe coming in from the right. As I go upstream, it's Ying in. I'm going to locate this spot and see if that is, I think that may be the front downspout, but I'm still going to locate that spot real quick and reference. That way we can at least see a little bit of the layout here. Okay, I marked this spot. This is like right, it's only a few feet back. It says 16 feet, but that's also the rotation of the drum. And so, 16 feet from the drum, down the vertical pipe and turning back up the upstream. And this is a Y in for the front. There's a downspout just to the right of of the front corner on the front of the house. You can see the hub sticking up, the clay hub. This is sticking in, or this is where that Y's in. And then you have the dirt in front of us, obviously, that begins. And as I was saying before, maybe another 15 feet, we have a situation where, you see that's dumping in there. And sometimes you can get shingle grit and dirt and stuff, and it could be from the, just from that, where that downspout comes in. So we're gonna try to keep the front of this camera clean as we push through this time. See if we can get a little further. I mean, either way, this has to be flushed out. A lot of debris in this line. And as much mud as there is, there's a small possibility that, you know, this is from the inlet of that, of all the downspouts and the hubs being broken off and all that. But this is another repair here. It looks like we have some, you can barely see it, but there's some white PVC, maybe some Schedule 40. That's what it should be. And so, see how far this goes back, and then here we are at where the clean out comes in. So there's a white clean out, and if you look down in that clean out, it is also full of mud. So I'm wondering if this is where the line comes out of the house, because it's got like a T on it where I could maybe go upstream on it. I actually think I might have just turned up it. Somehow the camera got forced upstream. And there's a hub here where it looks like they connected to the old cast iron, the old clay going back into the house. This is so full of junk and mud, my camera probably won't fit through here. I'm at the very top of the pipe. This should be a 6-inch diameter pipe. The PVC looks like a 4-inch, but the clay would have been a 6-inch here. All the way back in and under the house. And so for the fact that my camera's up towards the top, you got 4 to 5 inches of mud in this line. And so we're not going to be able to get any further than this. I'm going to double check the locate and make sure to see how far into the house I've gotten. It's not much, but I'm probably right at the foundation, so I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, so we actually got lucky with me turning up that line just on accident, and it's going into the house. I'm maybe 3 or 4 feet inside the basement now, but it's so full of mud, it's not going anywhere. And the fact that it's that far up into the line, it's probably getting in from inside. This usually points to a broken pipe. Obviously we don't know 100% just because of all the stuff that's in it and unable to see much, but I'm pretty confident that this has got a pretty large break in the line somewhere, and they could try to go upstream here and try to flush some of this out to get a better look, or yeah, I can see how that, look, you can see just a little bit of the mud past the obstruction on the camera a little bit, and that is at the very top of the curvature of the pipe, and this should be 6-inch diameter pipe. That's a lot of mud. And I haven't seen anything, haven't been able to see anything that looks like broken pipe from here, but there's just so much junk in there. So I'm going to pull back a little bit, and then I'm going to go back through, and I'm going to see if it forces me out. I'm not going to be able to see again. So I think what it is that where I went into the building, when I went straight past it, I was just going to the back hub for the downspouts, but I couldn't make it through there either. And either way, this needs to be cleaned out just to even have an opportunity to inspect it. But I think the pipe is broke inside the house. There's a lot of mud in this line. I mean, this thing is just covered in mud. So I've got the camera back out of the clean out. There's just a lot of mud. I mean, like I said, it could be some of this, you know, can come from storm. Maybe if they have some weird, you know, floor drain inside the house. But usually this means a severely damaged pipe and catastrophic failure. So I'm going to recommend, it's kind of an option that you can have this cleaned, at least from the white standoff clean out, or go from this MSD clean out in, to try to look at this pipe between there and there, here and there. And then I think that there's a broken down pipe inside the house, but I am going to go in and see if there's any other access points. It's really not going to matter if there's any access points, but just for the knowledge of being able to put in my report that they could possibly clean it from the inside if necessary. But I'm going to recommend either you're looking at possibly replacing all the interior pipe, so if you're digging it up, and then or you could start with trying to clean it and then get it re-inspected, find out if you're still in the same boat. But I'm going to end the inspection here for 3634 Columbia Parkway.